Assalamu alaikum everyone. Have you ever made a religious trip? Like going to visit the historical religious sites? Or attending a lecture? Today we will talk about an interesting topic, which is personal recount text. Personal recount text is one of types of recount text. It aims to tell about the writer's personal experience in the past. So that's why, if you write your experience, you are going to use past tense. It because of your experience has already happened. Let's move to the language feature of recount text. First, recount text uses simple past tense. Because of your experience has already happened, so that's why you will write your personal recount text in past tense. For example, my family and I went on a special trip to do Umrah. And then the second example, we were super excited to start our journey. The first example is verbal sentence. It uses past simple action verb, which is went. The second example is nominal sentence. It uses to be, were, for subject first person, which is we. Next, recount text use chronological connection. When we talk about series of event, we use chronological connection. Then, recount text use adverb of place and time. When we talk about our trip experience, of course the readers should know where the trip was and when the trip was. For example, 2 years ago I and my family went to Umrah. This sentence use adverb of time, 2 years ago, to show the readers when the trip was. Next example, first we flew to Saudi Arabia. This sentence use adverb of place Saudi Arabia to show the readers where their flight was. Those are the language features of recount text. Before we continue to talk about the generic structure of recount text, let me eat my burger first. Well, talking about the generic structure of recount text with a burger, I will give you the similarities between generic structure of recount text and my delicious burger. Number 1, recount text and burger both have the top. In recount text we call it as orientation, but in a burger we call it as top bun. Orientation gives the readers the background information needed to understand the text, such as who was involved, where it happened, and when it happened. For example, 2 years ago. It answers the question, when did I do Umrah? Next, my family and I. It answers the question, who did go to Umrah? It was spiritual moments, learning experiences and unforgettable memories. It answered, how was the trip? I use when, who and how to help me write my orientation. Next similarity between recount text and delicious burger, both have middle part. In recount text we call it as series of event, but in burger we call it as filling of burger. In the filling of burger, you will put the beef, tomato, lettuce and sauce, so you can enjoy a burger that is rich in taste. It is same with series of event part. You must write what did you do about your trip, starting by explaining your first activity to the last activity, so the readers can get the complete information about your experience. For example, first, we flew to Saudi Arabia. Second, when we were in Mecca, we put on special clothes called ihram and walked around the Kaaba 7 times. After that, we also walked between 2 hills, Safa and Marwa. Next, standing on Arafat's plain. After finishing everything in Mecca, we went to Medina. Those fifth points are the series of events when I did Umrah. You just need to develop your sentences based on those points. The last similarity between recount text and a burger, both have bottom part. In the recount text we call it as reorientation, and in a delicious burger we call it as bottom bun. Bottom bun will keep the burger filling from falling apart. So, you can eat a delicious burger easily. It's same with reorientation part. You need to give your short closing statement that consists of important points. So, it will help your readers to take the conclusion about your experience. For the example, I write, our trip wasn't just a vacation. It made our family closer and helped us understand our faith better, as my closing statement or reorientation. Wow, those are 3 similarities between generic structure of recount text with a delicious burger part. Now, please arrange your own graphic organizer about your experience in doing religious trip. Remember the similarities between generic structure of recount text and a delicious burger part. It will help you to arrange the graphic organizer of your recount text.